Welcome back to Signed Hedgehog 3 Complete Let's Play, and this is part 8. In last parts, we got past Sinopolis, and we completed the flying battery zone. This is one of my favorite zones. We got past Sinopolis, which was pretty okay, not the best, but it was a zone. And now we're in a lava reef zone, a fire-based zone where basically everything it's basically like a hidden zone surrounded by lava, and this is where you see the death egg in the background. This is where you have to hurry up and get to Sky Sanctuary, where you can finally get to the death egg before it takes off. As you know, this death egg is almost fully operational, meaning that he can at any point escape. So with that knowledge in mind, you have to hurry and get there in time. This is pretty much the land zone you get any chance to get the Chaos Emeralds or Super Emeralds. I mean, after Act 1, Act 2, then that's it. Your chances of any more Chaos Emeralds or Super Emeralds that be gone. Once you hit Sky Sanctuary and beyond, that's it. No more emeralds. If you didn't get any of them, then you're out of luck. I'm so sorry, but that's how it goes. That's where you know that by now, but let's talk about the zone. This zone has multiple pathways. One of them you can't really sort out because it's required by Knuckles. You have to beat him, but this pathway it's different, for lack of words. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, I'm on Soul, which means I can Soul. There's one in here. And here's the other one. It goes to the right. And you get this one with ease. That's 9 Cortails, 3 Knuckles. Now let's see. I'm trying to keep my rings as long as I can. Don't want to lose them. I mean, I only got 224 rings. That's a really nice ring count for me. I want to keep that. But, you know what I'm saying? There are basically pathways. You take Knuckles' route. Knuckles' route is pretty different and it's interesting. Then there's the normal route, or the top route, and then there's the middle pathway. The middle pathway is pretty different. It's basically like, you know, it's just the middle ground between the top path and the middle path. I always take either the middle path or the top path, but for this playthrough, I'm taking the top path, the top route, where I will solve a lot more stuff that you see when we go to see Explorer. Yeah, so this off, and I'm pretty sure you've seen that, but you can only get two extra runners for each 100 rings. So after you pass 200 rings, you can't get any more lines. If you get to 300 or 400 rings, or after that, it's just basically a score boost. It's 3 rings to reach your score. That's where you at. Those pipe-like enemies that create a fog, if the fog touches you, it can drain your rings one by one. It's not gonna drain your rings, you know, rapidly. It's just gonna drain them slowly, one by one. They're not much of a threat. If you get caught by the fog, you have to use just spin dash or move left and right, and the fog will dissipate or vanish, which is a good thing. Once you just spin dash, and you should be fine. Okay, the boss. The boss has these little, I don't know what to call these things, but that's his first little attack. And then he has the hand where he will bring out his hand and try to smash you. I'm not sure if it's possible to be crushed by the hand, but I know it will hurt you. That's a given fact. This boss is pretty easy. Just take your time, don't rush it, and you will beat it in no time. like always, this mini boss takes 6 hits, and then after 6 hits, it's over. And there you go. I figure, you know, a few ring boss, I'm not gonna get that, and I'm gonna keep that there just in case it goes wrong. But yeah, that's Act 1 of Lava Rezone. The best act, I would say, in my opinion. Pretty awesome playthrough. But here we are, Lava Rezone 2. This is where your last chance to get any Chaos Emeralds or Super Emeralds is at. Once you get to the boss in this zone, that's it. Any chance to get the Chaos Emeralds or Super Emeralds has now ended. If you want to be Super Sonic or Super Tails or Hyper Sonic, Hyper Knuckles, then, well, I'm sorry, but you're too late now. You have to do is just play the game again, get back to this point, and try again. But like always, let's talk about the zone. Lava Reef Act 2. This is a pretty fun zone. For the low half, the lower pathway is pretty boring. It's platform heavy. That can be a little dull, but once you get past that, it gets pretty fun. I'm taking the top path. Normally I never take the top path because it's pretty long and not really interesting. Let's see. Top path. If you take the low path, then you will come from down there, and you will come up here from the low path. I'll call these pathways low paths and high pathways. For no reason. I forget that's one way to call it. Above me, out there is another super ring, or a special stage ring, where if you can get a Chaos Emerald or Super Emerald up there. Yeah, there's, I want to say, 4 special rings in here. There's one down there below where I was, or that's sent over. I'm taking this route, so what it looks like going this way. Cause figure why not? I want to make sure that I solve everything, if possible. Solve as much as I can, and you know, so far I think I did a pretty good job of doing that. I'm sure people didn't do this before, but I'll figure why not. Let me get my try at it. If you take the pathway where you jump over this pit, that's where you will come from, which has two bosses, a lightning seals and a super ring. Gives you 2 rings. Hit that switch, obviously. You need something to do it. Yeah. Now we're at the home stretch. This is where you have to get to the final, well, the last mini boss before you go off into a different zone. Let's rephrase that. This will be the final breaking point where you won't get any more Chaos Emeralds or Super Emeralds. And you can see in the background, there's the Death Egg. You see we're much closer, and there's Knuckles. Still thinking that we are bad. For Knuckles. Listen to the truth. But that's it. Any chances now to get the Chaos Emeralds are now over. This is a this boss is different. This is a time boss, so you don't necessarily attack it. You just try to stay alive as long as you can. And once you get to these platforms, then that's where everything becomes a bonus pits. You can be crushed if you get stuck between any. Well, if you for those stairs, stay right there while the platform, while the screen moves to the right, you will get crushed and you will die. Once you get here, the screen will start moving, meaning that once you get to that side, then the screen, it'll be safe for you to, well, walk on lava, or fall down. Now, this boss is a time boss. Basically, you just take your time, just try to survive as long as you can. turn super, or if you got a fire shield, use that to your advantage. He goes from left to right and left. You go from right to left and left to right. Go to myself on that, but yeah, you don't necessarily attack him, but he attacks himself. I mean, that's smart, right? And he's a genius. This boss takes 12 hits to kill. So we're already everything. I did get wrong. Maybe more than that. Not 12. 14. Miscalculate it. Sorry about that. And here's the last 2 hits. So 13 and 14. Okay, so 14 hits. But once you do that, say he's done. He has been defeated. And you can move on to the next act, which is the Hidden Palace Zone. And this is where it's basically the best zone in the game. There are no enemies, there are rings everywhere, and there are hidden secrets. But I figured since I'm running low on time, I just figured why not just go and this is the boss, the main boss, as soon as I can, and quickly. You can turn super here if you're lucky in the special stage, but I don't have time for that. So here's Knuckles' fight. 8 hits. He has 3 attacks. He will glide, hit him, he will spin dash, and he will block your attacks if you try to spin dash him directly. So you can't spin dash him directly, otherwise he will block your attack. Go and hit him by jumping on his head or hitting him from under when he glides. Hitting him from under when he glides is risky as you will get hits. But other than that, it's a pretty easy boss fight. Mini boss. And as you see, this is where Knuckles learns that you're the good guy and he's the bad guy now. And say he's been tricked and fooled that he's the good guy. Knuckles soon realizes, but it's too late. Ethan flies off with the Master Emerald. Knuckles has been knocked unconscious for momentarily, but now he's awoke. He realized what happened. He was tricked again. But I think I want to say that this is the end, guys. So next part is gonna be the end. I want to say so. Take care, stay awesome, and I'll see you later.